everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to my channel. And today I am very excited to introduce another Project Pan. This is the Fantastic Ladies. It's Panning Cats and Dogs, which of course is dedicated and really appreciating all of our cats and dogs out there. So some details about this project. It was created by Deb B and Dannie from Dannie's Makeup. And as usual, this year I am joining a little bit late or a lot of bit late because this is normally a year-long project. So it starts on October, or it did start on October 22nd. It's going to go to October 22nd of 2023. So for me, that means I'm going to have about a 4-month project or so. October 22nd, of course, is National Make a Dog's Day. So that's where we came in with that one. Now, of course, this is a roulette style, which is why I didn't jump on it initially when I was starting my channel. Plus, I wanted to ease into doing so many projects. And of course, every once in a while, I'm like, I want a little bit more. So how it works is roulette style. It works very similar to This Is Fantasy, where I have on my app, I have my nice little wheel. I put all of the prompts in there. We start with 6 prompts. We have our own kind of goals for everything. Similar to This Is Fantasy, depending on what the item is, some of this stuff is going to be to use up. Others are going to be usage goals. So especially because I have such a short time frame now to work on this project, and I still want to get lots done. There are, of course, lots of people who are also doing this project, so I do have that list of participants down in the description box below. So I have my 6 products that I am going to be starting off with, and we're just going to dive right into it. So right now, you guys will be having a chance to see the scrolling. Now, you'll note in that video, I'm only picking 4 prompts because normally I want to do all the prompts. It's not going to happen. But the first prompt that is listed is best of breed. This is about your own past or current pets. I have 2 dogs myself, Anya and Willow. So of course I wanted to make sure they made it into this project. So I kind of bent the rules a little bit there. I'm doing that first prompt technically twice, one for each of my dogs, which of course is allowed in the list of prompts. And then I've randomized the other 4 because I want to make sure Anya and Willow were represented. So we're going to start there and then we'll go into the random wheel. So first off, we're going to start with Anya because she is my oldest dog. She is what we believe is a Rottweiler lab mix. She was adopted from the SPCA. So she, right now, that's what I think she is, and she's about 5.5 years old based on the estimate of her age when we were able to get her at about 2.5. She is obviously a very big suck. So there were so many ways I could have gone with this. What I decided to do for Anya, because she's my first dog on my own. We had a dog growing up and she's still kicking, so she's 16 years old. But Anya being kind of like my first baby, right? So I was thinking about brands that were kind of my first big love. And especially for this one is current love because you know how much I talk about it. That brand is Glow Recipe. So that is the first skincare brand that I really got big into. And I'm still pretty big into it. I've been trying more of their line. Glow Recipe, of course, it's more fun. It's all of the fruit forward. It's got cute packaging. And they do a lot of good work behind the scenes with a whole bunch of different charity and community initiatives. So I have a lot of Glow Recipe currently in my collection, and I have lots of this product here. This is their Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. There are a ton of these in my collection. So I have this small sample, 5 milliliter size. I have one from the Fruit Baby Kit I got from my birthday, which is a little bit larger, 10 or 15, something like that. I also have one that came in this year's birthday gift, and I have a full size. So I've got lots of the niacinamide dewdrops. I have used one of these samples before, so that's where I'm going to start. So for my dear sweet Anya Bean, we're going to go in with this. And by the way, Anya eating watermelon, it's like the cutest thing ever. The goal, of course, this is tiny. So let's just finish it. And that's going to be representative of Anya. This is my second dog. This is Willow. She was just trying to take a little nap at my feet. She's being such a good girl. Willow, if she wants to look at the camera. This little baby girl is not a baby anymore. She's about 2.5 years old. She is an Alaskan Cleek High, which is a pure breed, kind of bred for companionship. Yeah. This little baby girl, obviously, looks tiny, a lot sassy. And so for Willow, she can be a little destructive at times. So what I've actually picked for her, and you've probably seen some of her destruction in some of my empties videos. So what I've picked for Willow is something that she, as you can see, got to the top of it. This is the Dove. This is their Body Love Pampering Care Body Lotion for silky smooth skin in the scent Shea Butter. So nothing crazy for this one. 24-hour moisture, non-greasy, fast absorbing. I was being very smartly dumbly smart, whichever couple we want to do. I was wanting to put more lotions around the house because, you know, hands especially tend to get dry. So I put this one in the living room. She ignored it for about a week. And then, like, this was up on an end table, so not super out of reach, but should have been enough. And as you guys can see, she decided this used to have a pump. It clearly does not have a pump anymore. This happened quite a while ago, but I have had other lotions, etc. in projects. You guys can probably see on there because of, you know, not very airtight. I had kind of used a bunch of this, got about halfway, and then I decanted what's left into this. So this, of course, used to be Body Shop Strawberry. Love that one. This was full when I decanted it, and I really don't have much of this left. So it's just this. I'll shoot a video because, again, glare is kind of hard to see, but it's about there. So really not much left. So because of Willow's destructive nature at times, I'm rolling in a product that she ate the top off of. And my intention for this one, again, not much left. I'm hoping to pair it with the bio oil that is in my Skin is In project because I don't always like to pair the oil on top of a more heavily scented fragrance. So I thought this might pair really nicely. So those were both prompts for Best in Breed, of course, representing my own baby girls. So now let's move back to that wheel of what I had randomly generated myself, and very appropriately, because, you know, with Anya being a Rottweiler, that was the prompt I got. So the Rottweiler prompt, this is associated with something that you were scared of at first, but then fell in love with. And so for this type of item, what I have chosen is a retinol-based product. Because, of course, retinol is big scary. You have to be very careful integrating those in. Some people, when they integrate it in, like, your face starts peeling and doing all of these things as it's getting used to the retinol, all part of the normal process. I didn't have that. I adjusted to retinol pretty darn quick. My face and my skin, they take a lot of stuff. They just kind of go with it, which is great for me. So what I've brought in for this one is just a little sample, because I have so many skincare samples. This one comes from Shani, Darden. This is the Retinol Reform. We have 5 milliliters of product in here. So this is going to be a serum I will use at night because it's a skincare product. I want to finish it up. No point just using this a little bit, then putting it back into the closet. So I want to get it done. The next item I had rolled in was the Coon, right? The item with the largest amount of product in any category of your choice. So how I took this, because of course, a very large size cat, my lip products are a very large category in my collection. And the item I've picked in there has a fair amount of product in it because it has 15 milliliters in it. Classic. This is the Lancome Juicy Tube. Mine is in the shade Spring Fling. I thought it'd be very summer appropriate, and we'll just kind of see how I like it. I have used it once or twice, not very much, just to make sure I didn't want to immediately declutter it. But this, like a lot of my stuff, came in one of these Sephora favorite kits, and so let's actually get some use out of it, especially while it's nice and summer and very appropriate. Now, lip products, generally, when they're in these kind of projects, obviously with my lip service, that's more my focus on using them up. This would take me beyond the project, I am sure, if I was going to try to finish it up. So generally what I do for usage goals for my lip products is 20 uses. So that's what I'm going to do for this time as well. 20 uses is going to be enough to help me get more full, complete opinion on this particular product and figure out how I like to incorporate it best into my routine. All right, the next item I rolled in was for the treats category, which is something that you treated yourself to. And that's a lot of stuff. And generally what I find most tempting, especially from places like Sephora, are these kind of favorite kits because then you get to try so many different things. But because I had so much skincare in here already, I actually opted to go in a different direction. And another of my big weaknesses is nail polish and buying a lot of that. I am doing a project polish, so make sure you check that out if you're curious. And I've been using a lot, but I've also been buying a ridiculous amount of nail polish as well. So what I discovered in my project polish is if I roll in something, you know, like a color, that's going to conflict too much for me because then I like to narrow in and focus. But if I roll in a topper, toppers are fine because toppers can work with what I already have rolled into my project. So that's what I've decided to do. This is a topper you haven't seen yet, but I have played with it a little bit. Comes to us from Pacifica. So this is their Plant Magic, their top coat, transparent, but it's obviously not transparent. 16 free, and it's in the shade Rainbow Gloss. And it's just this, it looks very silvery gray in the bottle, but it comes out more just a nice little scattered glittery hollow. So it doesn't really change the color underneath, at least if memory serves me correctly. And I figured this color, right, it doesn't add a whole lot to it, just adds some of that sparkle, which is very summer appropriate. So I'm hoping I can do 10 uses on that, which is generally what I do with my nail polish toppers. So that's going to be the goal, 10 uses, and we'll see how we get to. And it's pretty full. It's like way up here or so. You can't really see a line. I can see some gaps right, when I move it around. So you can see it has been used a little bit, but not a whole lot yet. So this will be a good way to help correct that. Last item I rolled in was for the German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd is there to protect you. They're also super adorable, very cuddly. And so this was ideally set for makeup, so something to protect your makeup like a SPF, a powder, a setting spray. When I was looking through my collection for something to fit Miss Anya Bean, I found this in my collection. This comes to us from OK. So you've seen a couple products from this line and this brand before, but this is their anti-pollution serum mist. Do I believe that? No, not really. Not really. But it came in like a little charity bag from Shoppers Drug Mart from their galas when they were doing fundraising. So it came in a bag that you paid X amount for and you got a whole bunch of random stuff. So I didn't specifically pick this out myself, but directions for use. Mist over clean face and neck before moisturizing every morning, and you can mist throughout the day to kind of refresh. So we are going to be starting way up at the top. I will mark this, but it's like way up there for you guys. The goal is going to be to finish it because it's fairly small. There's only 16 milliliters in here. And, you know, once you start, you might as well just keep going, especially with skincare. Now, will note as well, I do have kind of a similar-ish, it's a hydrating facial spray or facial mist that I have in Duty A to Z, which is not quite done yet. I don't think I'm going to get it done for our next update. It'll be close. It'll be close. But once that mist is done, then I will start this one because there's no point having two kind of similar hydrating mist things at the same time. So that's going to be the goal. So progress might be a little bit slow, but hopefully by having this kind of lined up, that's going to help motivate me to get that other one finished off. So that's the goal. At this point in any Project Pan video, I'd like to take a moment to talk about my goals for the next update. Now, obviously today is not the 22nd of a month because I want to get the intro video out. I will still update on the 22nd for you guys for update number 1, so that's going to be my kickoff. So start that in July, and of course I will still do my finale with everyone else on October 22nd. Now, you're going to be seeing this probably at least a week after I'm filming it. So I'm going to have a couple weeks before we get to that first update. So just so you guys are aware of that. But other things have to go up because it's that time of the year already. Time of the month for all of these other updates for my projects. So goals for the next 3 weeks or so that I have. Obviously I do and will try to use everything, but these 3 items here. So again, my Willow product, the Dove Lotion, the Anya product, the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops, and of course the Rottweiler product of the Retinol Serum. I kind of want to get all of these done. It's always my goal to have at least one thing rolling out with every project. Doesn't always happen, but that's kind of what I try to aim for. And this time let's aim for 3. If I don't get there, at least I'll get hopefully a couple things, but that's the goal. As I mentioned, first update will go up on July 22nd, and then we'll have monthly updates until the finale in October. And hopefully the project comes back for another year after that, so I'm actually able to go through all of the prompts, hopefully, or at least that is my goal. There is about 40 prompts, so it's not going to happen for me this year, but I will try to get through as many as I can, because major dog lover over here. I like the cats too, but dogs have my heart. But thank you so much for joining me for this very late intro. It's not going to be the last one you're going to be seeing this month. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe so you don't have to manually keep track of when these projects are being updated. You can just be notified for this one or any of my others. I do a lot of fantastic lady collaborations. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.